For the last 800 days, I played Genshin Impact differently than everyone else. I didn't pull for the Archons. I didn't pull for the meta. I saved up everything for a baby dragon. But why? Because where the rest of the world sees a monster, I see a victim. To most players, Durin is just scenery, a pile of red bones buried in the snow, a monster that Durin had to kill. The last character I wished for was Nivelette back in 2023. I skipped over 22 characters, including 2 Archons, 1 Futuri Harbinger, a character from beyond the skies of Teyvat, and this gentleman. And let me tell you, the temptation was agony. At the time, I didn't even know why I was holding back. I just knew the Archons weren't enough. I was waiting for something else. And then, in Simulanka, I finally found him. I realized I wasn't just saving specific currency, I was waiting for his redemption. I spent 800 days waiting for his redemption, and today, we finally rewrite his story. To understand why I saved, we have to go back 500 years, to the Cataclysm. The history books of Teyvat paint a clear picture. A black dragon named Durin rose from the sea to blot out the sun. They called him the Shadow over Mondstadt. It took the combined might of the Animal Archon and Durin to strike him down. His corpse became the spine of this mountain. Even centuries later, his venom drove Durin to madness. In the eyes of the world, Durin is death, he's corruption, he's the ultimate villain of the animal nation. But that is a lie, or at least it's only the half of the story. Durin wasn't born a monster. He was the creation of Rhine's daughter, Gold. He was Albedo's brother, and when he came to Mondstadt, he didn't know he was attacking. In his mind, he wasn't fighting Durin. He was dancing with him. He wasn't spreading poison. He thought he was spraying a blessing given to him by his mother. His last thoughts weren't of hatred. They were of regret. He realized too late that his beautiful song was actually a scream. He died wishing he could have been born in a different time, a time where he could dance without destroying everything he touched. For years, that tragedy was the end of the story, a pile of bones in the snow. But in version 4.8, the script was flipped. We met Mini Durin, and for the first time, we didn't see the shadow of a monster. We saw the soul inside the monster. He was scared of his own power, but in the past, he was met with a sword. In Simulanka, he was met with a hand. The event proved that his fate wasn't set in stone. But a dream isn't enough. We needed a miracle. And in version 5.6, during the Paralogism quest, Albedo gave us one. He didn't treat Durin as a failed experiment like Rhine's daughter did. He treated him as a brother. He took that innocent soul from Simulanka and forged it a new home. When I saw him open his eyes, not as a dragon, but as a person, that was the point of no return. I realized my 800 days were never a gamble. They were the price of his future. They were saved for him. Durin wished for a new life, a life where he could be human, make friends, and just exist. And for 800 days, my goal was to make sure He had the resources to live it to the fullest. Every wish is a step away from the snow. Every constellation is a piece of the future he was denied for 500 years. We aren't just unlocking a unit, we are giving him the life he always dreamed of. The long winter is finally over. This is who he was meant to be. No longer a shadow, no longer a tragedy buried in the snow. In his teaser, he writes a letter to a mother he might never see again, just hoping it reaches her. It reminded me that we don't always get forever to say the things we mean. Durin got his second chance, but we don't always get ours. So if you have people you need to hold close, don't wait. He finally gets to finish his dance, and this time, the world is watching.